This is me testing out this camera because this is a new camera. I'm flip-flopping in between two cameras to record videos. So let me know what you think about this quality. I'll probably interchange both cameras just to like get a good use out of both of them. Also, this is my partner's like Mexican-American flag. So don't think it's an American flag and I'm patriotic, because I'm not. Today I'm going to be unboxing the Bailey Sarian X Melt Cosmetics Fatally Yours Part 2 collection. I have the first palette. Last time I missed out on the lipsticks, but this time I did not, and I am so obsessed with every shade of the lipsticks. I cannot wait to try them all. Next up is the mirror. The mirror's so pretty. And I like how like the little whip is on the bottom. I'm obsessed with melt hand mirrors, so I pretty much collect them at this point anytime that they have one. So that's fun. My dog's hair is in here. Next up is this really pretty bag. I kind of can't wait to use it. I don't really go out, but I will find an event to use it for. I will say this is a really pretty bag. I really like the color of it and everything. Red's not usually a color I would pick, but this is actually really pretty. And it like clutches to you with the chain and everything. And it's like a wristlet, which I think is really cool. Or you can take the wristlet off and just carry it like an old-fashioned clutch. Next up we have is the blush. I really like the unicorn packaging, like with her initials and just the design around it. This is the shade Please. This is a very pink blush. It is kind of actually out of my comfort zone, but I will try it today just to be out of my comfort zone for once, as I'm wearing this Nirvana pink sweatshirt. Now, I kind of ripped the packaging on the eye gel because I pre-opened this one. This is the gel liner in the shade Scarlet. It is a very pretty red gel liner and I cannot wait to use it. If you have not tried Melt Cosmetics gel liners, they are really nice and creamy. Onyx is probably my favorite because it's the black one and that's usually what I use for most eyeliner days. But it's just so nice and like creamy, and you can also use it to blend in with your eyeshadow if you don't feel like doing a wing or anything, just maybe like a line. And it's really nice. The Duochrome eyeshadow. Duochrome comes sealed. There's another one that I have from them that's like that. Ooh, whoa. I put the extra that was on the seal, and that is freaking pretty. I don't know why I said it like that, but it's pretty. But this is what it looks like in the canister. That's a really pretty duochrome. I haven't seen anyone use that yet that has gotten the Melt collection on my newsfeed, and I'm wondering why. Or maybe I didn't pay attention. That's a high possibility. These are the lashes. This will be the first time I've ever used Melt lashes. I do like how it tapers off in the inner corner. Very interesting. Next up is we have the gloss in Saint. And it is a very reflective gold, if my camera will focus. But it's a very reflective gold lip gloss. Looks really stunning in their bottles. Next up is the lipsticks, which is one of the items I was really excited for, besides the eyeshadow palette. Just because they're like colors that I've always wanted to try. I hope I'm saying this right, but this is the shade Gilia. It is a very like bright red. It's very stunning. I think it would pair really well with the Familia lip liner from Melt. It might still have it on the website. I'm not 100%. I'll have to look. Alright, next up is the shade Cirque. And I just want to show you guys like the detail in the lipstick. It's always so cool to see like how much detail they put in their lipstick. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I believe it's pronounced Cirque. But that is the shade. Is more of a neutral shade. If my camera will focus. But that one's a very pretty shade. My mom almost stole that shade from me, in all honesty. Next two shades are the shades that I really want to try, and I cannot wait to slap on my face. This one is the shade Lilith. And it is a very nice cool toned gray, like a gray brown, and it's just a very interesting shade to me. Like, I can't wait to try that one. Next up we have the shade Judith. It is almost as pale as me. It is going to be giving some concealer lips, and honestly, I can't wait to try it. Considering I used to slap powder foundation all over my lips and go to school because I thought my lips were too pigmented. They're really not. Finally, next up is the eyeshadow palette. This is the outside packaging. I think the outside packaging of the eyeshadow palette is really cool. I like want to squish it the entire time I'm touching it. Matches the bag that came with it. And then you get this little picture of Bailey herself inside of it that like covers the eyeshadow shades. I kind of want to keep it as a bookmark. Is that weird? But here are all of the lovely shades. I cannot wait to mess with this palette. So, furthermore, let's get into it. To prep my eyelids, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Quickie Concealer. Just because I don't have an eye primer. I need to like make sure I'm sitting back so you guys can like see me. My part is fucked up today, but I'm not dealing with it. I feel like that's what's throwing me off is my part. Because I normally have it in the middle. I think I'm going to go in with the shade Crimson first. And I'm just going to take that shade and just kind of do the outer corner. That's such a pretty red. And I'm going to take a fluffy brush. Just any old fluffy brush. And I'm just going to buff out the harsh edge. I'm going to go in with the shade Smoke. I'm going to lay it next to Crimson. My eyes are going through some weird dry patch, which I don't know why, because normally they're the most oily thing on my face. Okay, I'm going to go back in with that same brush I just used previously with the shade Crimson and go back in and pack some more red. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Kitty. I'm going to like buff out that gray right here. And then kind of like brighten up the inner corner a little bit with it. I can't decide if I'm going to go in with the shade Glisten or Fiery, or if I want to go in with the Duochrome. I think I'm going to do the Duochrome, or I'm going to lay down Kitty as a base in the middle, and then do the Duochrome. Before I go in with the Duochrome, I'm going to go in with Gel Eyeliner Scarlet. I loaded up my brush, and I'm just going to do a line. Ooh, don't say do a line. I'm going to take the shade Noir just a little bit, just to deepen crease a little bit. I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush and buff out more harsh edges. I hope I'm in focus this entire video. I'm going to be pissed if I'm not. Do the Duochrome. I'm going to do it the brush. Oh, that's pretty. And I'm gonna like tap it out just a little bit so it's everywhere. That's pretty. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to repeat this on this eye, and then we'll finish with the rest of the collection. When I'm back with the base done, we're going to go in with the blush that is in this collection called the shade Please. And I'm going in with a very old Morphe brush with the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's stained, so don't worry about that part. It's very pigmented. That's actually a really pretty pink. I was not expecting to like that just because I'm not a very pink blush person. That is a very nice blush. I will say that. I'll be using that a little more now because I was honestly afraid of pink blush, so that just made me not so much. Okay, I'll definitely use these lashes like when I do another look. I'm going to swatch all of the lips for you. I'm just going to try to pick a liner. Or if I'm gonna swatch them, should I do a liner? I don't think so. So first we're gonna go in with Gilia. This is the shade Gilia. It is a very pretty bright red. Red's not really a color I go for lipstick. Normally I would put lip liner on when I'm gonna do this bright of a red, but for now, with the swatch, this is just what it looks like on its own. Next up is Cirque, which is that really nice shade, neutral shade that everyone will probably really like. Wow, that one's super creamy. Most of Melt lipsticks are super creamy. This is definitely more like what I would pick for a neutral look. Then I would put like a darker lip liner with it just to kind of get more my style. It's a very pretty lip on its own as well. So if you just need like one of those colors just to slap on, that'd be really cool. I do see myself using this shade quite a lot. The new shade Cirque is in the middle. This one is Hoe is Life. It is definitely a little darker and more pink. And then on the very left is Hora, which is more warm and a little lighter. So we're wanting one more in between these two shades. If these are one of your favorite shades from Melt Cosmetics, Cirque is right up your alley. Actually, I lied. I do have one lipstick from the last time. It's Nutmeg. This color almost matches my lip color, like my natural lip color. Next up is the shade Lilith, which I am so excited for. That's such a pretty color. I can tell this is going to be one of my favorites. And I should order a backup just in case. This is such a stunning shade. I would really like to pair it with like a darker brown lip liner or just any dark lip liner and kind of darken the outer corners a little bit. This is definitely up my alley and I'm excited for this color. Probably wasn't the best idea to swatch on already chapped lips. What I gotta do for a video. Next up is what we've all been waiting for, the shade Judith. That is definitely some concealer lips. You know what? It reminds me of the concealer. It was either from Maybelline or Rimmel, but it was a concealer that looked like lipstick. I'll insert a picture here in a minute, but that's what it reminds me of. Okay, so obviously it looks a little weird on its own. It looks like I just slapped foundation all over my face. But what we're gonna do is I'm going to pair it with a lip liner. I'm gonna take this lip liner from Blend Money Cosmetics X Taj. This is liner 89 Fine. And I'm gonna do this new thing that I've been really liking is filling the corners in with the lip liner. So this is what we're gonna do. So now we're gonna go in with the shade Judith in the center. I'm gonna tap it just a little bit so it blends a little better. I may have done a little too much liner for my liking. This is what you could do with the shade Judith if you didn't want to wear it. It is really pretty together. Now my thing is I don't know if I want to keep this with this. I think I'm gonna put Lilith on just because that was my favorite. I do really like this look as well with this. The last thing that we have to test out is the Saint lip gloss. I took a brown lip liner and did the shade Lilith and I am stunned. I love this shade so much. I'm gonna have to buy a backup of this one and of Judith. Alright, this is the shade Saint. That is a very pretty gloss. I did just a little bit with the gold reflex. I don't want them to show up too much. That is a very pretty gloss. Alright guys, this is me coming from my phone. My camera died, so that's why the quality changed. I need to order an extra battery for this camera. This is a finished look of me using the Bailey Sarian collection with Melt Cosmetics. I actually really enjoyed everything that I used. I think everything is stunning. I was super excited about all the lipsticks and they did not disappoint. I think Lilith is gonna be my top favorite shade. I do really like Judith as well. I just want to find some other lip liners to go with it so that they're more fitting. But Lilith is definitely my favorite. I do really like the gel liner Scarlet. I really like Melt Cosmetics gel liners. I have a whole drawer, not a whole drawer, but a bunch of them. Like I have Onyx, which is the black one, which is really nice. I have some Beetlejuice ones from the Beetlejuice collection. I have the blue one. I'm trying to remember what that one's called, but it's really pretty as well. So this is gonna fit in with the rest of them. I have actually used their duochrome gel before. I believe it came with the Nightmare Before Christmas collection that I ordered, and I really liked the zero shade. So this is up my alley as well. I think it's really pretty on the eyes. You can use it different ways. Normally I would use this high impact and cover the whole lid with it, but for this look I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to do a little bit of it. The blush is actually really pretty. I'm not the type of person to use a pink blush. My whole blush drawer is pretty much full of the peachy corally colors. Like this is what my shade range is for blushes that I tend to gravitate towards. I actually really liked this shade. It's such a nice baby pink. I wouldn't say baby pink. It's more like a hot pink, but you can make it baby pink and work with it. Or I would love to see this. I would actually really love to see this on someone with deeper skin tone than me. It is gonna look so stunning on them. As per usual, if you're new to my channel, you should know that, no big surprise, I love Melt Cosmetics formula with the eyeshadows. They never miss every time that they do a collection. I will say normally, this would not have been a colorway that I would have gravitated towards, but just because of the red and gold, I'm not a gold person necessarily, but I say that as if there's like 5 golds in this palette, there's only one. But I really like how grungy it is with using color, like a different color that I'm not used to personally. As per usual, formula is great. They blended like a dream. Even though I've got a dry patch issue going on my eyes right now, like right here, you can barely tell, and it's blended right over top on it. The shadows are always pigmented, the metallics, like here, I know I didn't swatch them for you guys, but I will now. But this is what they look like on the fingers, which I know is very different than what it'll be on the eyes. But like, Melt metallics, man, they hit every time. I will always gloat about Melt. Melt is one of my favorite brands. I hope to work with them in the future eventually, but who knows? We'll see. I also really like Bailey Sarian. I'm a fan of hers. I really thought her first Fatally Yours palette was very beautiful. It was very grungy, very up my alley. And the fact that she made another one and got to make another one was amazing. And I think that's really cool. If you don't know who Bailey Sarian is, I definitely feel like you should check her out if you're into murder, if you're into makeup, hearing about murder stories. Not if you're into murder. Oh my God, don't be into murder. That's illegal. If you're into murder stories and like hearing about them. Anyways, if you enjoy listening to murder mysteries and watching people do their makeup, Bailey Sarian is perfect for you. I don't know if any of you guys will see this. I don't know if Dana, Laura, Michelle, Bailey, if you see this, I just want to let you know this collection is fucking stunning. Fucking stunning. Sorry, I had to do it. It's there. Keep doing what you're doing, and if you guys do another collab in the future, I definitely think people will continue to purchase the collabs with Bailey. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys are on top tier this year, I feel like. I'm definitely gonna have to order some backups of some of these shades because they are really stunning. I know that they're gonna sell out. I really enjoyed this collection. As always, I always have fun creating looks with Melt Cosmetics collections. Do I think if you need to break the bank for it? Not necessarily. I will never tell you to go run and go get a collection if you're gonna break your bank. But if you happen to be able to treat yourself, or if you just happen to want a new collection and splurge a little, or if you need a Christmas gift idea. Every person that I've seen on my For You page that has used this collection, stunning. They create such stunning looks, and I could not wait till I got my hands on this. All right guys, but that is it for today's video. I'm definitely gonna make another video and do another look with this. If you want to see that, stay tuned. I will definitely be posting that. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.